did find them, didn't you?
Yeah, got them. Yeah.
All right, cool. That's
Just
good.
popping out the chat. I can minimize that.
All right. Well, while you're doing that, I'll say hello.
Oh, sorry.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Lainey. This is Big Girls Really Do Cry, and this is the Banish bin. I didn't say bargain bin. I know you're going to say it, but I didn't.
I might have occasionally said it, yeah, but the bargain bin is it's.
Mind saying that though.
There is a reseller that's kind of put that in my head. I'm not going to mention any names, or whereabouts in Liverpool they're from, but yeah.
I wrote Banish when I was writing it, so that kind of saying out.
Banish bin, yeah.
Banish bin.
Well, I just thought, like you said, I suggested the name to you, Banish, yeah. And obviously bin, it just kind of seemed to make sense, really. But even I've been calling it wrong, so if anybody else gets it wrong, don't feel bad.
No. Well, to be honest, it was better than the Room of Doom because, I think God knows who we might end up here with.
Well, yeah, there is that.
Yeah. So I'll say a few hellos and then we'll get started.
Yeah, no worries.
Right. Let's go back up here. So, hi Nia, hi Thomas, hi Laura, hi Susan. Susan's liking the Banish bin, I'm guessing. Seems she's just putting laughing emojis about it, but you still. Hi Joy, hi Sharon. Right, scroll. Hi Nick. Hi Rebecca. Hi Stu.
Can I just answer Nick and say clean as always? I think we'll leave that there.
Hi Sarah. Hi Mandy. Hi Laurel. Hi Stacey. Hi Lisa. Hi Ali. Stu put evening Lainey and helmet head.
In the nicest possible way, I'm sure. Yeah.
Hi Chili. Hi Rebecca. Hi Mike. I hope you've polished your helmet for this occasion, yeah.
Of course, clean as always.
Hi Mark. Right. Hello Chris. Hi Michelle. And we're at the bottom. Okay.
That's right.
So anyone who hasn't seen me mention it recently, I thought I would do a fun stream with using the idea of Room 101. So if you haven't seen speak Lenny, speak. If you haven't seen Room 101, it's basically where you put things that you don't like, whether it's the way someone acts, what someone does, a food item or whatever, you put it into you put it forward to the host and then the host decides what gets to go in the end. And they only choose 3 on their show, like 3 per celebrity, I think it is, or whoever. But we've done 8, however it might only be 5, it depends. We're going to see how it goes and how long it takes, because it's obviously, first run out and see, Iain here kindly decided to be the guinea pig, didn't you, Iain?
What you're saying is it depends how much a waffle, whether we do 5 or 8. Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, me for waffling. So, I mean, I kind of say now, can I? So basically, I have given Iain some categories, and then he's had to pick 3 items that he would prefer didn't exist. And this is all just for fun, obviously. No one has to get upset about it. And it's all just a joke and just for fun. So he will say his 3 items and I will obviously try and think of things that he may not have thought of, or whatever, that the reason why. See, I'm waffling now. I have this idea in my head of how it'll go, and then it just doesn't go anything like the idea in my head. How does that work? Anyway, hi Kay, hi Ian, and hi Jimmy in the chat.
Hiya.
Yeah, my streams are always short and concise, Susan. Thank you.
What? What's she after?
Nick loves the format already, and it hasn't started yet. All right.
Okay.
So we'll get started. I think everyone gets the idea. Don't need to really explain, do I? Especially if you're in this country, you'll have seen it probably, unless you weren't watching TV at all ever. Okay. So the first category I told Ian was things people do. Oh, just to say that he's going to give you 3 items. I'm going to one by one. We're going to discuss them. He has to give reasons why. So he has to give reasons why he's saying this thing or whatever it is, and then I will save one of the 3 things, and then I'll put it over to the chat, who then chooses the thing that gets banished forever. So there'll be 2 options left in that. Yeah. Hi, Mark. Oh, Mark must have missed something. He's no idea what you're talking about. Well, to be honest, Mark, that's usual. Like, no one ever has any idea what I'm talking about, to be fair.
That's kind of a given.
Yeah. Hi, Richard. Okay. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Okay. So the first category is things people do.
Okay, well, let me just start by saying that this category is probably one of the most difficult, because being a miserable old man, there was so many choices of what I could choose. It was a bit difficult, but I've chosen 3 anyway. And the first one is people who speak loudly to people from other countries, like it should make a difference. You know, by saying something, you know, where is the hotel? What is the hotel you're looking for? It doesn't make any difference if you say it loudly to somebody from.
Yeah, if you turn the volume up, it doesn't help someone understand what you're saying. No.
Yeah. So that's my first one. My second one is people that stress about parking spaces outside their house, as in, on the roadside. I don't mean actually on the driveway. I think that's fairly a given that, you should probably look after that. But, people that stress about, oh, Mr. Jones is parked in front of number 17 and he lives outside number 19 and I want to park there, and all this sort of thing. And people get irate and aggravated and all the rest of it. And finally, my final choice is people who park in mother and baby spaces and disabled spaces. I don't think I need to give an explanation for that, do I, really?
No.
It's kind of a given, really. So, yeah, those are my 3. So, speaking loud, getting stressed over parking spaces, and disabled and mother and baby spaces.
And I'm supposed to save one of these things, aren't I?
Yeah.
Speaking to people from foreign countries, I've seen people do it many times, and yeah, it doesn't make any difference. You can't shout at someone till they understand. That doesn't work. It's not a concept of learning a foreign language that I've ever come across. The thing about parking out, worried about their own parking outside of their house, that's quite like that's a thing, isn't it? I've seen people actually put cones outside of their own house so that no one can park there, even though they have no right of the street whatsoever. But I've seen people put cones there. And years ago, we used to live in like a square, and at the top, like it was kind of 2-car wide, like the square itself. And there was the couple who lived opposite us had two, like they both had cars and they had like a garage and everything. And my uncle had came once and he parked in front of our house. So that meant they couldn't turn into their garage because they didn't have the space to go round and in. And so, and this went on quite a few times, and they would get so, like, they wouldn't just park because there was like little parking spaces to the side where they could have waited until, you know, whoever had gone or whatever. It wasn't like they needed to get out. It was just that they wanted it now, like, you know what I mean? They wanted to get in now, and so they would knock. And I think it was even once when someone was posted, like if someone was delivering something, they did the same thing. They were like, wouldn't wait or anything like that. And so my dad used to work for like he used to tarmac the roads. So he bought the big like tarmac truck home and parked it, and it was like as wide as the 2 car park spaces, and he parked it there for about 12 hours and went out. That was just before we moved out from there, but yeah, as you can imagine, they weren't very happy.
Can I just something I noticed in the chat? Sarah Wardle pointed out that they used to do that in Bread, the TV series.
Oh, with the corners. That's probably where whoever got the idea from.
Yeah, probably,
Mark gets angry if someone steals his space outside, but he's just angry inside though. Michelle's grandmother put fake parking signs up to stop people parking outside of her house. I guess I have to save the one. I have to save that one. I have to save the parking outside the house thing. And the reason being is because the disabled issue, obviously, I have issues around that, which annoys the life out of us. Not just like, you know, just the fact that people don't leave enough space to get past on a path if they park on the path, which so many people do around here. And so I can't obviously. No, so I have to. Yes, I'd want to send that there. That's what I'm trying to say, yeah. So I'd want to send that in because it annoys us when people do that. More so like just common courtesy, really, I think. And then shouting at people. I think that's just rude in a sense. Like, I don't think people do it intentionally though. I think they genuinely are trying to get someone to understand, but then it just comes across as rude that they think that'll make it, that'll work. Do you know what I mean?
I'm not quite sure, Sharon, that's how it works.
Sorry, I haven't missed the chat. So I think, yeah, I'm gonna save parking outside your house thing.
So that's the one you don't want to go into the bin, is that right?
Yeah, so I'm gonna save it, which basically means that anyone can park outside your house, and you just have to like it.
In which case, then is that over to the chat now?
So yeah, so it's now down to you, the chat. Would you prefer to put people who park in disabled places into the Banish bin, or it's hard to say that without worrying you're going to see a bargain bin. Or would you prefer to what was the other one? Totally gone.
Different countries or disabled spaces. Disabled
so the way people speak to people from different countries where they shout loudly at them, and even though that won't help them understand.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll leave it to you, and I'm just gonna scroll back up a little bit because I've missed so much of the chat.
Can I just say bargain bin for somebody in the chat, if that's all right?
Hi, Patricia. Hi, Steve.
Susan has a question.
She does, which is, yeah, which one you want to banish? Yeah, which one you want to banish? It looks like the disabled spaces. The disabled spaces is one thing. To be honest, mother and baby things, there was never a thing when I had kids. Do you know what I mean? You used to just have to stick them in the trolley and walk from the right to the other side, and that was fine. I didn't have an issue. But yeah, everyone is going with that. So that'll be all people who park there now from now on are banished. Is that how that works? Can we just disappear? Do they just like what's it called? Like
go into the ether. Foreigners. Yeah, go into the ether. Yeah. Let's shout at other foreigners, yeah.
Yeah, just do it to Sharon.
Can I just say
Sorry, Sharon. I do like you.
Yeah.
What were you saying? Can you just say what?
Yeah, can I just say this channel does not condone the shouting of anybody from a different country, okay?
No. Right.
And whatever you do, don't mention the war. Right, so okay, so the next one is food.
Yes, food.
Now again, I could have given you a long list really of food that is just, in my particular opinion, wrong. But I've gone with 3 fairly different ones, I think. Oh, got a message coming through. Yeah, 3 different ones. Let me just turn that down while I'm talking to you. Right, sorry. Yeah, so the 3 foods are, first one is olives. I mean, why would you?
Well, why wouldn't you? Is what I'm.
They're just horrible. They're just horrible. Just.
But it has to be a reason that's horrible. I mean, I don't like them. I'm just trying to be like
the texture and the taste and the no.
Yeah, it's definitely the texture for me too. Like I don't like them.
Yeah, don't like them. The second one is cottage cheese. Why would you? Just the
why would you cannot be your answer? What's wrong with cottage cheese?
Because it just.
I have to admit, right? It
just looks like white sick. It just
white baby sick when you had a bottle and
white cold baby sick. Yeah. With you on that one, yeah.
It does look like off milk, I have to say, curdled milk.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's olives, cottage cheese, and the final one, which might be a bit controversial, but it's just not my sort of thing, is fajitas. They're just like dried up stuff covered in cheese. I don't see the attraction, to be honest. People go on about them and all the rest of it, but
I like fajitas.
Well, you like Sunderland, so I mean that doesn't necessarily,
food.
So yeah, for me, fajitas, olives, and cottage cheese. Take your pick.
So fajitas, olives, and cottage cheese. Well, I totally agree on the olives because I really don't like the texture. I don't get why people like them. I just don't. It's simple as that. I do like cottage cheese, though. I agree that the look of it is minging. It does look like off milk or baby sick or something, but it does, and even though it does, I do like it, which is weird to say. And I also do like fajitas as well. Currently losing weight. Cottage cheese is good for losing weight, so I'm going to save cottage cheese.
Can I just say that people have Jilly's put in black pudding. That was going to be one of my choices. Somebody else put that cellular, that long sticky greeny stuff that I can't say. One of them and all, yeah.
I like black pudding as well.
No, I don't like black pudding.
Hi Frankie. Hi Sylvia.
I mean, I wouldn't get rid of pineapple, obviously, especially with pizza. I mean, why would you? But anyway, yes, those are my three.
David bought himself some pineapple a day, like to eat.
So
I was like, I said, oh, I can't eat it because it's stringy and I don't like the texture. I said, I like the taste of it, but I don't like the texture because of the stringiness. Anyway, he said, I said to him, would you put it on a pizza? Oh, because he was I love it. And then I was like, but would you put it on a pizza? He went, no, them people just weird. You know what I mean? And I was yeah, exactly.
That's my boy. Yeah.
Cottage cheese give you the shits for weight loss. No, it's just lower calorie.
Anyway, sorry, did you choose one? I've forgotten already.
Or as Michelle said, you just don't want to eat it. So therefore you're like, oh, well, I will lose weight because this is my only option. Yeah. And I'm not eating that baby sick. Yeah. But yeah, I saved cottage cheese. So basically the chaps have to choose whether they want to put olives, they want to send olives away or fajitas.
I think the majority of people have already chosen olives, to be honest.
Yeah, I think by what they said earlier on, yeah, there's a lot of people just not liking the olives.
Olives in the bin, though.
Olives in the bin.
Okay. Not to be confused with sandals in the bin, like the Elton John song.
Sandals in the bin.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
Sandals in the bin.
I better not carry that on. You might get.
Okay.
Taken off. Yeah, we'll leave that there. Yeah. So, right. So the next three is songs. Right. Yeah. Again, might be controversial. Might upset some people here, but quite frankly. So the three songs I've chosen for the bid are Cher Lloyd, Swagger Jagger, because she's just annoying to start with. That doesn't help. And as for the song, it's just repetitive and boring and irritating and all the other in words. Yeah.
Can you sing a bit?
No, I cannot. Feel free if you want to, but not a chance. So Swagger Jagger is my first choice.
Right.
Now, that's an interesting choice. Nick, UB40 time. Yeah. I mean, they're only one-hit wonders anyway, UB40, anyway, weren't they, really? Anyway, moving on.
I don't know about UB40, that's just rude.
So, second of all, right, is Axel F, Crazy Frog. I mean, anything that was done by the Crazy Frog,
yeah,
is just annoying, isn't it, really? No.
No. Just no.
No, it's not. Yeah, yeah, you're right, Mark. Yeah, Crazy Frog and the Baby Shark. Yeah. Save Cher. You're telling me that Susan likes Cher? In fact, for that, I'm going to call her Nicola. Yeah.
I'd save Cher, proper Cher, but not no.
Cher Lloyd. Yeah. Right. So Cher Lloyd, Swagger Jagger, Crazy Frog, XLF, HEI. And my third choice, is Bruno Mars, The Lazy Song. How boring is that?
It was really popular at the time, though. I just don't. What does it go like? I just can't. I can't even remember.
Yeah, I'm not going to sing it. You've got no hope. Let me tell you.
Isn't that the one with the monkeys?
I don't watch the videos.
Yeah, it's got monkeys in the video. But like,
I don't watch the video. I can't stand the song. I don't watch the video. Just to say, you've gone really blurred, love. I'm not quite sure what's going on.
Have I?
Yeah.
It's just my face.
Steady. Steady. It's that new polyfill you bought. I told you. Right. So.
That actually help or not? Oh, that was better. Anyway. Right. Stu's get ban them all.
Ban them all, yeah. Ban them all, yeah. Get rid of them all. Yeah.
So out of them, I have to save Bruno Mars, and I have to save him because I like his other stuff, and I'm not that keen on Cher Lloyd, so I'm not really bothered. And that song did your head in. I agree. The Crazy Frog, it was a novelty for 10 seconds, and then it was boring. And so yeah, so basically, that means the chat gets to choose between Crazy Frog and Cher Lloyd. So which are you banishing forever?
All right, they're choosing the one to banish, yeah?
Yes, the one that they want rid of. So would you prefer Swagger Jagger to go, or would you prefer the Crazy Frog to go? He's saying you can't put Bruno Mars song in the bin. It sums up lockdown.
Well, yeah, there is that.
Right, let's have a look. Frog, frog, frog. Banish the frog. Frog. And then we've got Cher. Frog, frog, frog. I think the frog gets it. Is that right? Is that how you say it?
The frog gets it, yeah?
The frog gets it. The frog's gone from it. So, yeah.
Fair enough. Good. I'm glad the frog's gone. Right. So, are you ready for the next one? How are we doing for time?
It's fine. 8 o'clock. So now number 4 is celebrities. You got.
Oh yeah, I know it's a 5 then. Whoops. Right. Okay. So, celebrities. Now, one of these, probably only the older members of the chat will remember. People like, I don't know, Sharon or Susan or Nick. We'll remember this first one. But yeah. The first person that I want to nominate for the bin is Michael Bolton. How irritating were his songs? How bad was his hair?
Michael Bolton, the singer.
Michael Bolton, the singer. Not the one that looks like Bill Bailey. Yeah. Yeah, Susan, you're 25. Yes, that's right. Yeah, this time round. Yeah.
Right. I have issue with that because I like Michael Bolton as a singer. Right. I like his voice. I like his songs. Well, his old songs, like not now kind of thing. But his hair, I had issue with that back in the God knows when. He. I mean, it's gone now, but for years and years, he literally had no hair on the top of his head. He had just like, I can't even say it. It's like he had a half a mullet.
Yeah.
Didn't he? He had half
Yeah.
a mullet, and then it was so long as well. It
Yeah.
must have been like it was like right down his back, wasn't it? And his hair was just a strange thing, but I did like his voice, and I like some of his music. So yeah.
Right. All right.
Moving on.
Right. Second choice is the man that's called.
I'm sorry, Michelle Layton wrote, "How am I supposed to live without him?"
Right. My second choice is Russell Brand. Now, my first issue, and we had this conversation yesterday. My first issue with this man is that he let Katy Perry go for a start. Which the man needs a slap, really. But he's just rude. He's obnoxious. He thinks he's funny, and he's not. He's just, I just can't stand him in any way, shape, or form. Just rude and obnoxious. I just thinks he's something, and I just don't like him.
Yeah, like I can't even There's no argument because I don't really. I like he's. I'm trying to think of something positive.
Yeah. No.
Anyone? Anyone?
Yeah. Anyone got anything at all? Anything positive for Russell Brand? No.
It's like he's been in films, and he was just himself.
Yeah.
Basically,
yeah.
He played himself in a film. I could do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Anyway, should we go to the third choice?
Yeah, go on.
And my third choice, again, is a bit of a personal one. I've watched this guy probably since, I don't know, 20 years or more, and listened to him as well. Chris Evans. And again, a bit personal. This is the guy who had Billie Piper and then, got rid of her. He wants a slap. But he's just, again, obnoxious, rude, really thinks he is something, proper celeb diva. The fact that, when he was on Top Gear, it just proved it, he just wasn't liked. And, I've listened to him on the radio. I watched him on TFI Friday all those years ago. I've seen him. I've seen him in stuff since. I just don't like him. I would switch off from him.
Yeah. So we'll get the gist that you're not liking him.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I would listen to Chris over Russell Brand, but there's not much in it.
It doesn't bother me. No, not Chris Evans, Captain America. Different Chris Evans, Michelle. He's a radio DJ, was on the telly, did breakfast shows here for a while. He was a bit full of himself, basically.
Yeah.
He doesn't bother me enough to have an opinion, really. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, essentially, in terms of, I suppose, you want someone to have an opinion, whether it's good or bad, wouldn't you? Rather than just it doesn't really bother us at all. But yeah, that's about it, really. I'm not really bothered by him.
So out of the three, which one do you want to save then?
I have to save Michael Bolton because, who else is going to serenade us?
Can I just say hello to Louis while I'm here? Hello, Louis.
Yeah, I like Michael Bolton's songs. I like his angst in his songs. He's always dramatic.
How can I live without you now?
It's so the pains on his face when he sings. He's like,
pain on our face when he sings. That's the trouble.
I mean, I'm pleased his hair's all cut off now because it looked ridiculous. But I mean, it literally looked like them. he looked like a bald person, but that one of his kids had been dressing him up and they'd getting our sister's what is it, extension that goes round, and it just stuck it on the back, around the back of his head. That's kind of how it looked to me. So yeah, so I'd definitely saving Michael. So that means Russell Brand or Chris Evans. So write the name of the one you want to get rid of. I'm guessing it's Brand already.
Yeah. Nears is Banish the band. Branding.
Hi Neil, welcome back, Nick. You missed everything.
Yeah, you missed it all, Neil.
Yeah. You missed it all. Yeah, I think it's unanimous on the fact that 99% of people want Russell Brand gone.
Right. So we're keeping Chris Evans and Michael Bolton. All right, fair enough.
Yeah. That's how it's working.
Fair enough.
All right. So next round. Next category, not next round.
Excuse me, do apologise. Right. Things people say.
Yes, things people say.
I tried to be a little bit different, although people will have heard me say the first one a few times, to be fair, but it's just one that really gripes me. And they do it on the television, they do it on the radio. You know, I've seen people even do it on YouTube videos, even certain resellers. But people who confuse the words Pacific and specific. Pacific
the ocean. And specific. But what if they've got a lisp?
We've had this conversation before. We're talking about I say normal. Horrible. You know what I mean? People with.
But how do you know who hasn't got one?
You know.
Unless obviously, I know I'm being.
You're being facetious. Yeah.
But like,
yeah.
But yeah, specific or Pacific.
Yeah. That just drives me daft.
So what's your next one?
No, Nick, I can't be more Pacific. No. Right. The second one is a bit of a phrase.
Right.
And it's when you're on the phone generally, but we're sorry that our service to you is being affected. Our business is doing all we can during this pandemic. And by that I mean companies using the excuse of coronavirus to give rubbish service.
Yeah.
Whether it be customer service, whether it be answering the phones, whether it be delivery, whether it may be anything. It's basically an excuse.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that businesses haven't been affected. I'm just saying that, everybody seems to be jumping on the bandwagon of an excuse. And that's government departments, etc., etc.
Yeah, because you used to get that thing where it was, we're trying our best to sort of get through to you, but we have high volume of calls at this time. Maybe you want to call back later. It's like, we're in the middle of a pandemic.
Yeah.
This is why we can't. Well, hold on, you couldn't answer us before, and you still, but now you just got an excuse to not be able to answer us.
Yeah.
Which
three of us are on lunch. 2 of them are in a meeting. 4 on staff training. Jilly's just spoke up with her boyfriend, so she's in tears in the corner.
Did you, Jilly? She's like, have I?
Alan's got a PS5 and he's brought it into work because he wants to finish off this game, but we can't take the call right now. Yeah. Anyway, now again, this last one might be a bit controversial, but and is that now there's multiple choice to this, right? But I've no money for food for me or my kids because I had to buy, example, Baki, a new mobile, some new gel nails, some fake tan, some vodka.
Yeah.
And it's people that, you know, I'm not saying people aren't, you know, having troubles out there, but, you know, it's like, you know, no money for the food and the kids, but, you know, I needed to get my fake tan done. Or I needed to, you know, I needed some vodka.
Yeah, because that is like their essential weekly shop.
Yeah,
when it isn't.
yeah. I'm not saying people shouldn't have their treats.
Yeah.
You know, but
it comes after everything else.
Yeah, yeah. And I think that's reasonable. So, specific and Pacific, being affected by the pandemic, or no money for food, or no money and buying rubbish, basically.
I can't save that. I can't justify someone getting their nails done and not having this stuff for their kids or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't save that one. I think I'm going to have to save the phone one, because the reason being is we used to being on hold for some reason or other. At least now they have an actual excuse, whereas prior they didn't. So that is my reason. Although I know that they're using it as an excuse when really they're still not doing what they were meant to, but at least it's an actual reason. Whereas before they didn't have one. So I guess the chat has to choose whether to banish Pacific and specific in the way of saying it, or whether they choose people who don't prioritize their money and end up getting their gel nails before their kid's birthday present or whatever. So it's up to you. You can either put send the nails to the I'm using nails as a thing. Could have been a bloke going to the pub for going to the football or out in the same circumstance, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you can put one word. It'll be easier just to give one word. Yeah, priorities.
Yeah, I'm not just to say, I'm not having to go at women when I say that, you know.
Yeah. Oh, just either or, isn't it? Like it doesn't matter.
It can be football or beer or whatever, you know. There's multiple.
So if you want to put the no money, put priorities, and if you want to put specific, Pacific, put Pacific. Hi, Rich. Oh, thank you. I hope you're feeling better. Yeah, as much as I hate the specific, not prioritizing your kids wins for me. I mean, it's completely different if someone's situation's changed and through no fault of their own, they're in a situation where they can't afford something or whatever. But when they knowingly haven't, you know, sorted something out, but then they get their nails done or the hair extensions prior, that is annoying.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think majority of people have.
Most people are chipping on them in the bin.
Yeah.
Can you be a bit more Pacific, please?
Yeah. Slap. Right. Okay.
Okay. Moving on to film.
Okay. So the first choice was really easy for me. Never been a fan. Probably never will be. And that choice is Star Wars. You know, we've had this conversation before. You know, your spaceship's bigger than my spaceship. I'm going to shoot you with a laser. I'm going to wear a mask. That's going to make a difference.
If he wears a mask now, it's like in the right time, isn't it?
Can I just say hello to Richard in the chat and hope he's better soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, Star Wars for me is just, you know, is a big one for me. Now, second of all, is a remake, and it's a remake I don't like, and the remake is The Italian Job.
The Italian Job.
Just leave it alone. Just stay with the original. You know.
Yeah.
They did it right.
Gone and blown the bloody. I can't do that accent.
You're only supposed to blow the bloody doors off. Yeah.
So what did they say it? How did they say it in the new one? Is it the same? I haven't seen it.
I can't remember. I tried to blank it out, to be fair.
Yeah. It can't be the same, really, can
there? Stupid people wearing helmets. Watch it, Hills. Watch it, Hills. Telling you. So the Italian Job remake is just wrong. And my final choice is also a remake. Now, this isn't going to be everybody's choice. I appreciate that. Not everybody's into this sort of film. Not everybody's into horror. I'm into horror because I've got a mirror in my bathroom. But my choice for this one is the remake of The Wicker Man. Originally a 1973 classic. Nick will remember that more than me because he's a bit older. Nicolas Cage redid it in 2006 and made an absolute hash of it, in the nicest sense of the phrase. So my nomination is The Wicker Man remake. So Star Wars, Wicker Man, or Italian Job needs to be your choices.
Right.
For you.
Star Wars. I can't stand Star Wars. So I can't see me saving it. Totally agree on the whole. I find it just, some dude every breathing and then going, I'm your father, or whatever. And then it's like the only words you can see, and it's just all crap, and it's just get pew pew with the get like lightsaber thing in it. It's like pew. It's just kids in it where they just want to go pew pew. Like that's all kids ever wanted to do. So you just do that, show little boys, and then they're like, yeah. Not all of them, obviously. Some don't like it. So yeah, definitely not a Star Wars fan. The Italian Job I haven't seen. So I'm just going to hang fire with that in a minute. However, The Wicker Man, I also haven't seen, but I do not like horrors. As far as I'm aware, The Italian Job isn't a horror, I don't believe.
No.
Isn't it like a heist? I don't know, like a whatever.
Apart from when they're on the edge of the
Aye. So, and on them circumstances, I will save The Italian Job to judge it of its own accord at a later date when I never watch it. But still, sounds good, doesn't it? Because I can't do horror. Horrors is too freaky for me. So, yeah. So, people of the chat, would you want to send Star Wars? Would you want to banish Star Wars? If so, write Star Wars. And if you want to banish The Wicker Man, just write. Well, if you want to banish Star Wars, just write Star. And if you want to banish The Wicker Man, just write Wicker. It's easier. Give you one word. So yeah, that is my thoughts on that. I've only seen one of these three, and I actually like Star Wars, so I can't vote. Yes, you can just vote for Star Wars, Nick. That's not a problem. Not that I'm supposed to influence anyone's vote.
No, not at all.
I am obviously the host and remain
completely biased. I mean impartial.
Yes, that's the word. Okay, so we have one for Star Wars, one for Wicker. Star Wars. Sea of Star Wars. Banish Star Wars. Wicker Man. Can't stand Nicolas Cage. Star Wars. Wicker. Star Wars. Wicker. Excuse me, Neil. You cannot repeatedly put the same words. That does not work.
You've got a stutter.
Banned. Right, I'm going to count them. He clearly did.
Is Neil stopping up late tonight? Or?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right, we've got 9 for that. I'm not going further down the bottom because it's just everyone writing the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Guess we've got 9 each.
Can we banish them both, or what's the ruling?
What's the ruling? I think the choice comes back to you. Then I'm gonna do that. 9 each, so the choice comes back to you.
In which case, I'm gonna make it the Wicker Man.
The Wicker Man has gone. Star Wars survived.
The Wicker Man's gone. Yeah, Nicolas Cage. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. No. Right.
That's to be quick. So creatures are slugs because they don't do anything. Jellyfish, just because they don't do anything. And mosquitoes. Having been affected quite a lot in my life by mosquitoes in different countries, mosquitoes is definitely in my list. I've given enough blood to them. So slugs, jellyfish, and mosquitoes.
So slugs, jellyfish, and mosquitoes.
Yeah.
Right. So mosquitoes obviously cause really serious illnesses in some countries, don't they? Is it malaria that they spread, amongst probably a lot of other things? What?
Looby Loo is attacked Dr. Carl Pilkington.
Yeah, he is, Lou. He is. Yeah. So yeah, I agree on mosquitoes. Like, there's no need for them. They just cause issues. I absolutely hate slugs, as you know.
Yeah.
Slugs are one of my I don't get them. They're like a slimy. They're like a homeless snail. I mean, they are though. They're a homeless snail, right? Because like that's what
Yeah.
And they're just they're just weird. Anyway. So, and then there's jellyfish. Now, jellyfish, I'm fine with because they're in the sea and I don't have to go near them. So, like, jellyfish can stay. Although they do sting, obviously. And if you watch Friends, the way to get rid of a sting is by peeing on said sting. I'm not talking about the singer, by the way. I mean, then again, that might be a thing. I think plus you get bioluminescent jellyfish, which look really cool with like the colors in them. So I'm gonna have to save the jellyfishes, and therefore I will send slugs and mosquitoes to the chat. So you can either write mosquitoes or slugs, and I've wrote start, so anything from then on, right, mosquitoes or slugs. I don't think mosquitoes are good for anything.
No.
I mean, they probably feed something, I guess, because it's always, isn't it? That's what it's all about. It's a food chain. At the end of the day, it's like the creatures, all creatures are meant to be here and things like that. Yeah, Susan can't banish any species, but it's just for fun.
Evening, Zoe. Yeah, they just don't seem to serve any purpose. I mean,
I've never watched that kind of porn, Sylvia, But if that's what you're into,
Pork.
slugs mating is amazing, apparently.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, no one eats jellyfish with chips and mushy peas. Exactly.
No.
So slugs. That's 1, 2, 3. So 3 for slugs. The rest is on mosquitoes. So mosquitoes are banished. There you go.
Okay.
I wouldn't like to be Neil. He's put cats. Get rid of cats.
Oh my God. Right. Okay. I'm going to move on before Susan sees it. Right.
Well, there's a story about that, Sarah, because I've also stood on a slug in the dark, right? And being a big girl like I am, and it was a few years ago, I stood on it, right? And it like freaked us out because I had no socks on. But I was thinking to myself, well, I ain't picking that up right now because it's like in the middle of the night. So I got back into bed and just thought I'll deal with it in the morning. Anyway, it gets up the next morning, looks on the floor, and no slug is to be seen. Just this patch of goo that I'd squeezed out of it before it creeped off somehow. And I don't know if it's some sort of voodoo thing, if its family came for it for its funeral or what, but it was weird. It was very weird. And I just don't trust them after that. I just really don't trust them. Plus, standing on one is not nice. Ugh. Nick's gone to Google slug porn, so enjoy.
Well,
Hi, Pat. Right. Anyway, moving on. Last one.
It's a random mix.
Random mix. You can choose anything from any category of any type or whatever. Yes, I know. I'm live again, Chris.
So the first one is Laney's live in 30 minutes, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, the first one
that's
is...
what you put in. How rude.
What?
You went, the first one is, and then you went, Laney's live in 30 minutes. So you put me in there. You put me in.
Yeah, one of my choices. Yeah. Sorry, I'm with you. Yeah. Right, so... the first one I go with is, now the thing is, I don't drink this stuff to start with, so that's probably not a great start, but just arty farty coffee. There's just too many choices. It's overpriced. It's just created this nation of coffee snobs, skinny Lappuccini, whatever it is.
Skinny Lappuccini. You can tell you don't drink it, can't you? I don't drink it.
With a side twist of guacamole and hummus or something. I don't know. I just don't get it. Second of all is particularly younger lads. So, not people like Nick, but younger lads who wear their trousers hanging off their bums, and then they got their hands down the front.
Yeah.
Why?
It's not nice.
Yeah, just wrong. And last but not least, phone menus that don't allow you to speak to a human.
So what, as in for what? A menu for what?
You ring a company or you ring anywhere, and you press 1, press 3, press 5, press 6, press 7, and in the end it doesn't let you speak to a human.
Yeah.
That winds me up.
So and then it's good, press 1 if you want to do this, and you can do this online, and you're like, ah.
Yeah. See our spreadsheet on our website. If I wanted to do that, I wouldn't have rung you in the first place. Yeah. So phone menus. So coffee, lads with the trousers hanging off, phone menus, and that's it.
This is going to be a hard one to pick one that I actually want to keep. I absolutely hate coffee. Everybody knows, I think, pretty much. I've never hid that fact. I don't get why people like it. It stinks.
No.
Absolutely stinks. And it's weird. Like in the arty-farty ones, and then you've got to like put a picture on the front of it. I mean, what is that? Why do you need a picture on top of your coffee if you're gonna drink it anyway? So yeah, I'm obviously not saving coffee. I'm gonna have to save the phone menus because I really can't save like lads with their hands down the pants. Like, you know what I mean? Like, can you imagine? Oh well, I want to save lads with their hands down their pants. Like, no. And plus, it's also something that annoys me as well. It's like, freaking hell, can you not leave it alone while you're out in public? It's annoying.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to see it. Nobody thinks it looks good or cool or whatever. Nah.
Well, what Nick's going on about there is saying 6 days, less than a week. I'm not quite sure what he means by that. But anyway, moving on. Yeah, so the choices are coffee and lads with their hands down the sand for the chat.
Yes. So,
right.
Yes.
So pants or coffee is the answers we need.
Yeah, pants or coffee. Choose which you want to get. You want to banish. I don't know whether I should start every time so that it sort of distinguishes.
Yeah, the line. Yeah.
Distinguishes is not the right word.
We knew what you meant. Yeah.
Distinguishes. What is the word? Distinguishes.
There's another word for the dictionary. Yeah. Distinguishes. Yeah.
What is it?
Distinguishes.
Distinguishes.
Yeah.
Distinguishes. Yes, that word. Aha. He said, you know very well. Oh, 60 is. That's how much older he is.
Oh yeah. Well, you know.
So we've got trousers, pants, lads, pants, trousers, pants.
Yeah.
Pants.
Yeah.
I think the pants thing's gone.
Yeah.
We're saving the coffee.
Yeah.
Coffee.
Coffee. Well, funnily enough, Neil say Krillin's Irish coffee with cream. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where's DBG? Yeah. 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 So that's it.
Oh, well, so that's it, everyone. That is the first one down and done, and it went pretty well. It went pretty simply. I think the 8 worked well. I mean, we're just 2 minutes over an hour, and we've chatted a little bit as well. So it's not like we've rushed through them all or anything.
No.
That's the correct amount.
Yeah. Been a giggle. Thank you very much for asking me.
And thank you very much for doing it first and always being my guinea pig type thing.
You did say my check's in the post, didn't you?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
That's all right.
I hope everyone enjoyed it. I know that quite a few people have said that they'll do it. I think Sharon, Susan, Nick, and anyone else who wishes to do it. Again, you don't need to have your camera on. If you don't want to, you can just do it like verbally, like Iain did.
The people that have said to me are Sharon, Susan, Nick, Richard, Ali.
You're just adding people.
Anybody that can see in the chat.
That you can come across.
Yeah, anybody can see in the chat. Yeah. Joy Dickinson said she can't wait. She's ready to go. Paula said she's already practicing her voice. Kay Gilson said she's almost ready. She's got a list ready.
Just making everyone do it.
Yeah. I think everybody should have a go. Yeah.
No, I'm going to change the categories up, Nick. A couple of them might be similar, but the categories will change as well. I've got a few different categories to choose from. So, well, there'll always be a random mix. So there'll be one random mix. The other 7 will be different. So that way people can, if by any chance I've forgotten one of their, if I haven't given them one of their categories, then they can add whatever it is that they want to put in from that category in the random mix. But yeah.
Cool.
Do you need to use a specific kind of camera? Only if you're in the sea, Stu. Yes.
Which is where you're going to end up if you keep saying specific. Andrew.
Yeah, everyone's going to do that to you now. You do realise.
Yeah. It's like, they're on telly and they say it, we've chosen this, Pacific piece of furniture. What? No, you haven't.
Nick thought he was getting ahead by writing his choices down. And
right, yeah.
Nick, just while you're on there, do you want to do next week? So 7:30 next Tuesday.
No pressure.
A week today.
Yeah,
and then obviously I'll have...
you don't need to use your bus pass. You can stay at home.
And then we'll Carla and Lex have both agreed to do it as well, Kay. And obviously I'll be asking everyone, and I have, if anyone does want to do it, and they can either comment at the bottom of this chat, they can get in touch with us on Instagram under Big Girls Really Do Cry. I think the link's in the bottom of this chat, and also my email is as well. And you can get in touch with us any of those ways. And if you don't want to be on screen, that's fine. It's not a problem. Where specifically in the Pacific are we, Officer they're gone. I should know not to say that.
Yeah.
Anyway, everyone, I will see you in about 20 minutes on my other channel. I nearly said.
On your other
channel. Oh God.
Okay.
On my other stream for usual Trivia Tuesday, which starts at 9 o'clock, and I've got all the questions prepared and everything. So I will see you there in 20 minutes. Go and get a wee, and have a cigarette, make yourself a drink, do a bit of exercise if you want. And you like.
You can even go and watch slug porn if you like.
Yeah, go slug porn and see what it's like. I mean, seeing that though, they might be there a while. You might not make it back for. You might not make it back for 9. But yeah, 2 Northerners, Lenny, will be too much for everyone, so I will do it. It definitely wouldn't. Neil comes on in cope, so. But I understand if you do not wish to. That's totally fine. You can just take part in the chat. That's just as good. Anyway, right, definitely go on. So goodbye, everyone. See you in a bit. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye.